is Megan Baczynski, and this is my presentation on the Challenger NASA disaster. 7 lives were lost in this traumatic event. The crew members were a teacher, Christina McAffle, payload specialist, Gregory Jarvis, mission specialists, Rudy Resnick, Ronald McNair, and Elson Onizuka, commander, Dick Scobie, pilot, Michael Smith. Christina McAffle would have been the first civilian in space. Talking to my parents, they said this was a huge event in history because it would have been the first civilian and teacher in space. All the schools around the country were watching this live on television, and when it exploded, it was life-changing for some people. This is a picture of the crew members. What was the Challenger, some may ask? Well, it was a shuttle that exploded 73 seconds off liftoff in April 1983. The primary goal of this shuttle mission was to launch the second tracking and data relay satellite. Another goal was to highlight the importance of teachers and civilians to continue the interest in high-tech careers. Here is a picture of the shuttle as it was first lifting off. Why was it such a huge event in history? Well, it was NASA's first big crash. This killed not only astronauts but civilians and carried the first female and black astronauts. The tragedy and its aftermath received a lot of media coverage and prompted NASA to temporarily suspend all missions. NASA refrained from sending astronauts into space for more than 2 years after. 10 years after the Challenger disaster, 2 large pieces from the spacecraft washed ashore on a Florida beach. This shows how big the explosion really was. It's likely that the Challenger's crew survived the initial breakup of the shuttle, but lost consciousness due to loss of cabin pressure and probably died due to oxygen deficiency. A seal in the shuttle's right fuel socket booster weakened in the cold temperatures and failed, and hot gas began pouring in to the leak. The fuel tank itself broke and tore apart, and the flood of the liquid oxygen and hydrogen created a huge fireball, which seemed to be an explosion. Here in these pictures, it shows the shuttle as it was lifting off and then it exploding into a huge fireball. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the Challenger disaster and why it was such an important event in history. And here is my works cited for all of my information. Thank you.